Hi, Farmer John here, and today we're going to talk about sheep. So here we have one of our very tame ewes and her two lambs, and these lambs were very late born. It was May before they were born. We thought she wasn't pregnant, and all of a sudden she dropped these lambs. But now we're in October and they're getting quite big. So we're going to talk about this sheep, but first of all, let's go back to the book of Psalms. And Psalm 104 says this. It says that God makes the grass to grow for the livestock. So we've got this lovely green grass around us, and she will eat and eat and eat all day. In fact, a sheep will eat 10% of her body weight in a day. Think about that. This girl here, she probably weighs about 65 kilos. So that's 6.5 kilos of wet grass, because there's a lot of water in it, 6.5 kilos of grass per day. Imagine having to eat that much. But so they eat all day, and when they're not actually eating, they're chewing the cud, which is what she's doing now. You can see her mouth moving. She's getting that grass and bringing it back up and chewing it again. So God makes the grass to grow for the livestock. Now, let me tell you something about this sheep. I'm going to turn her over. She won't like it for a minute, but she'll be all right. So I'm going to turn her over and then hold her up. So she's quite happy to sit there for a minute. She's thinking, what on earth are you doing to me? But there you go. So let's talk about the grass that the sheep eats. Now, back to the Psalms first. It says, many are the works of God, and in wisdom he made them all. So he made all the animals and all the plants and all of us just how it's supposed to be, and everything is in balance. So let me tell you about this sheep, because we farm the sheep and I know a little bit about them. So here she has in her mouth, she's only got one set of teeth. So she's got teeth around the bottom, and on the top of her jaw she's got a hard pad. And with that hard pad she nips the grass, grabs it and takes it in, and she swallows it whole. And it goes straight down. Now, would you believe it? A sheep has 4 stomachs. And the first one is down here on the left, and that's called a rumen. And that's why they're called ruminants, because all of the grass goes into that rumen and it mixes up with some very amazing bacteria. And the bacteria will break down the cellulose, that's the hard stuff in the grass, because we can't digest grass, but the sheep can. So in that rumen, the bacteria are mixing up. And then she'll go and sit down for a while, and then she'll bring it back up from the rumen. It's not like being sick, because it's a different kind of stomach. She'll bring it back up and she'll chew it again. That's called chewing the cud. And then next time she swallows it, it will go down to the abomasum and through the other stomach. So I'm just going to stand her up. So she is perfectly designed to eat the grass and thrive. So there's something else that I'll tell you about this sheep. Look, if you look at her eye, we can get a close-up of her eye, and the pupil is oblong. So it's an oblong line. Now your pupil is round. If you look at Cat's eye, her pupil is vertical, but this one is horizontal. That's a really clever technique, because in that pupil she can see, she can get peripheral vision. So she's got the eyes on the side of her head, and she's got this oblong pupil, which means she's got 300-degree peripheral vision. You can never creep up behind a sheep. They'll always see you. They can detect that movement. It does mean that they can't focus quite as well as us. So when they look at you and trying to recognize who the shepherd is, they'll kind of put their head on one side a little bit and say, "Who are you?" until they recognize you. But the amazing thing is, that's so she can see all around, because naturally a sheep is a predated animal. And so she needs to be alerted if something's coming up behind so she can run away. The incredible thing about that is that when she puts her head down to eat, the eye naturally levels. Incredible. So that pupil is always, it's like a spirit level. It's always level, and she can always see around her, whether she's eating or standing up or sitting down, she can always see all around about her. Amazing design. So me as a Christian, I can't believe that stuff, that things just happen by chance, that evolution is some kind of God. I have to believe that creation has a design, and God designed this sheep to do exactly what it's supposed to do. How many are your works, O Lord? In wisdom you made them all. God bless you.